Memorial Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Looking for room, it's Smothers. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his highs and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Manning. Hauls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. To the air, it's Manning. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
They call it a coffin quarter kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Running inside, it's Howell.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Hand off again. Speeding down the left side. The 50. He's at the 40. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. They'll move the tight end. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Out wide left, it's Clark. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. In the backfield, it's Clark. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, South Carolina! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Longhorn! No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Here's Sellers to throw. Turns it upfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And I think it's safe to say Lenore Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability not just throwing the football, but running it, the strength, the size, the power, and more than anything what we saw a year ago was his ability to avoid sacks and avoid negative plays. I know this. He doesn't have a chance unless this offensive line gets a lot better, but they believe they've built that up. And if that's the case, this could be a very special year for South Carolina.
Well, and let's be honest, this is where they spent their money in the offseason. They wanted to fortify the offensive line. They brought in Kendall Briles at the coordinator spot. They did everything they could to build around this young man. Lenore Sellers' talent is through the roof. We know it. Big, strong, can throw it. Now the people...
Gonna take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Sellers through the noise. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Here's Arch to throw. Right side, it's Coleman. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Finds a crease, it Smothers. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Arch is going to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Wingo. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Makes a catch. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
The Longhorns are marching down the field.
Here we go. Ready? One, two.
To throw, Manning. Uncorks one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Right side, it's Hunt. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing. And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Handoff for Brown. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10.
Ready? Flag 14. Flag 14.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
Down, right, set.
Making the adjustment.
Where did he go?
Quick give. It Smothers. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Arch Madness. Working that wide receiver screen. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Here we go. Ready? Go.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Play action, here's Manning. Slings it downfield. Out wide right, it's Townsend. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a 1st down, and they've got to show this urgency.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Now the Longhorns will call the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Here's Manning to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Nailed on the sideline. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Back to pass, it's Sellers. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Sellers. Extending the play. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5. The Gamecocks spend the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now here's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Bennett. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throwing, Sellers. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with UCF taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And it's the home squad in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll open the second half with a run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Sellers to throw. Rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Out wide right, it's Hunt. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Past the 6. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gap.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm weaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Sellers. Left side is Clark. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Caught. At the 35, he's got room. Lots of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Making the adjustment on the play.
Go, go.
Looking for space. It Smothers. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A give to Brown. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Manning. He'll take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Cuts it upfield. It's Clark. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, Sellers. Throws it deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. On the ground, it's Clark. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right side, it's Hunt. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Escape. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. They'll send the back in motion. Sellers throws to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers takes a hit as he fires. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing Manning. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The pick 6 has them right back in it.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Rolls right. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Arch to throw. Out wide right, it's Coleman. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Freeze.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st. Got out of trouble and throws. Out wide left, it's Coleman. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Right side, it's Coleman. Could not make his way to the corner.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Third and 6 yards to go. Manning from the gun on third down. Turns it upfield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Caught on the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry now where it gets frantic and sometimes things go wrong.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this first down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that. Could not have asked for a better outcome on that play.
Throwing Sellers. The quick game. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air, it's Sellers. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Here's Sellers to throw. Out wide right, it's Clark. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Sellers through the noise. The screen, and watch out. Touchdown Gamecocks. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you've now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Manning on play action. Fires on the move. Right side, it's Townsend. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Arch is going to throw for it. Looking left. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And what a big 3rd down stop for this defense. And now it's decision time for the offense. Actually, no, it's not. Like what are we doing? The field goal doesn't do much here. Huge 4th down coming for this offense. Got to find that best play. Got to get in the end zone.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do.
Booster, booster. Sweep, sweep. Hydro. Running down.
4th down, Manning. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but you've got to start fast. You can't shoot yourself in the foot.